Hello, AFG Local 1040 members. This is Johnny Jones, your AFG Local 1040 president. Just coming to you with the 4th of July week recommendations and updates about what's going on. So the first thing we'd like to talk about is if you're a DFW, be on the lookout for the upcoming shift bid announcements, and the AFGE Vice President Chris Brown is looking for volunteers to be on the scheduling committee. Now, some people have already been selected for these committees, and but we're going to definitely be on the lookout for anybody. So if you would like to be, if you're interested in being in the scheduling committee, or also a CDSO safety action team member, or be trained in safety, please get your resumes and your emails over to Chris and myself. And it is an announcement, or you can just send it to afge1040@gmail. That's the simplest way to reach out, and we'll happily get these applications and things of that nature. Also, I want to talk about people are being denied sick leave. They're being told that they can't take their leave. Look, if you're in a situation where you're having problems getting your sick leave approved, please submit your sick leave, send an email, and then the union can intervene and try to figure out what's going on. Typically, sick leave is just approved, but if you're having these issues, please let us know. And it's not just happening at DFW, it's happening at other airports as well. So the local had met with Congressman Ellzey. Ellzey is very upset about the AWOL situation and a lot of TSOs are faced with. So we are definitely working with Congressman Ellzey and other congressmen to resolve the issues. Hopefully we can find a legislative patch that will force the agency to pay all the employees AWOL, because it's not just here in North Texas. There are thousands of TSOs across the country that have been impacted because they weren't paid in time. And so that's definitely not a fair thing. Another thing that the union is working on is getting a pay increase for all the officers because of the shutdowns, and or a $10,000 bonus. I know, like I said, we're going to keep harping it. Even if it takes a year or two to get it done, we're never going to stop until we get what you have deserved. And the union is here for you. I also explained to this now, a lot of people are talking about what's the union doing. Well, look, let me tell you something. We're working every day. So there's a new policy, the Office of Appellate Board. The union and your local board is actually negotiating the OAB, which is if you get an adverse action, which is a 15-day or more suspension and or removed, you have to go to the OAB now, because TSA has terminated MSPB rights for TSA officers for most things. So the union is currently negotiating that process. Additionally, every single employee now will be investigated annually for their annual medical certification. The union is also negotiating those policies and procedures. It is so important that everybody stay engaged in the union and understand this. If you had a car accident and you were insured by Allstate, Progressive will not insure you. The union cannot take your cases and insure you if you're not a member of the union. So I highly encourage you to stay involved and be a member, and know that the union is very busy representing you behind the scenes or in front of the scenes. And we're also advocating for a very large pay increase this year. Another thing we're going to be issuing soon is an issue paper about the voting records of members of Congress. And lastly, exercise your right to vote in the upcoming November elections. It is so important for you to make your voices heard. And also, the union will be at the airports, hopefully helping to participate in different events. So at DFW, for instance, tomorrow on Monday, June 29th, we're going to be having a hot dog social, so to speak, to celebrate the 250th. And we're also going to have one on Wednesday. It's going to be A17 on Monday, and over at the D30 break room on the curbside. And they'll be there from like 8 to 4. Hot dogs, snacks, and other things are going to be there. But also, we just want to celebrate the America's 250th. And I just want to say thank you for watching the videos and being a member and being subscribed to our channels, because it's so important for everybody to stay informed. This is Johnny Jones, your AFG Local 1040 President and your Council 100 Secretary Treasurer, signing off from Jaguar Studios. And we'll see you tomorrow, or see you on Wednesday at the DFW and at Love Field and the Spokes. We are working on events as well.